Oil prices continue to climb as the U.S. bans Russian imports, and Fitch downgrades Russia once again, saying a debt default is imminent. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramya Faraj. Oil prices continue to climb today after the U.S. banned imports of Russian oil, with President Biden heralding the U.S. embargo as a hit on the main artery of the Russian economy and vowing that Ukraine would never be a victory for Putin. Britain also said it would phase out Russian oil by year's end, while BP and Shell announced an immediate halt to Russian oil and gas purchases. The EU also announced plans to slash gas imports by 2/3. Saudi Aramco CEO Nasser said the war in Ukraine is making the global energy crisis worse. Nasser said it exposes the mixed signals delivered by policymakers to the oil and gas industry amid the energy transition. He explained that while oil and gas investments are discouraged, there's demand to increase production. He said available production capacity to ease oil supply shortages is limited, with about 2 million barrels, or 2% of world demand, as spare capacity. Fitch has downgraded Russia's sovereign debt rating once again and further into junk territory from B to C, saying that a Russian default is imminent. Like other major ratings agencies, Fitch had already slashed Russia's rating earlier this month to junk status. It's a category of countries at risk of not being able to repay their debt. The agency says it's on the back of increased sanctions that could limit trade and energy and increase the probability that Russia won't fulfill its sovereign debt obligations. Middle Eastern and Chinese sovereign wealth funds are likely to avoid new deals in Russia for now, after a record investment last year by funds around the world. The Sovereign Wealth Fund's report reveals Russia attracted the 6th highest number of sovereign wealth deals from October 2020 to December 2021. But analysts say Middle East-based funds will now pause any new or pipeline agreements until there's more clarity. McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Starbucks are the latest companies to announce they're temporarily halting business operations in Russia. The iconic U.S. brands join hundreds of other global companies that have stopped work in Russia since the war began. While Pepsi stopped soft drink sales in Russia, it will continue selling essentials like milk and baby formula. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Here are today's losers. Our biggest loser is Bernard Arnault and family, down $4.7 billion with net wealth of $145 billion. Our second biggest loser today is L'Oreal's Francois Bettencourt Myers, down $2.7 billion with net wealth of $72.1 billion. And our third place loser is German shipping magnate Klaus Michael-Kühn, down $2.7 billion with net wealth of $24.1 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest billionaires news. Google plans to acquire cyber defense and response firm Mandiant for $5.4 billion as cyber attacks have become rampant over the past year. The all-cash acquisition is slated to be completed this year. Mandiant will be joining Google Cloud to tackle cybersecurity challenges that have accelerated in frequency, severity, and diversity. The cloud will help enterprises address cyber threats and boost digital transformation. Apple has announced upgraded versions of its products, including a new low-cost iPhone SE with 5G mobile network compatibility. Apple says it suits existing users who want a smaller and more affordable iPhone. Apple also announced a new version of its iPad Air, its first new Mac in years, and its new Studio display, which is a 5K Retina 27-inch screen with speakers and a built-in camera. I'm Ramya Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.